Hi guys and welcome to TechBased. In this video we're going to talk about a remote desktop software that is a good alternative to the ones that maybe some of you are using right now. The software that we're going to talk about is called Avica Remote Desktop. It's a new product that came up on the market and it's available for web, Windows, Mac, Android, and iOS. Has all the needed features and functions to help you get high performance, also have a user-friendly experience, and it's also a budget-friendly alternative. Of course, as I've said in this video, we're going to talk about it and we're going to see what Avica Remote Desktop can do. When you open up the software, you're going to notice that you're going to have to create an account. You can create an account and you're going to have a free pro trial for 30 days. So you can just try out all the software features for 30 days without having to pay anything. And then the prices are really affordable if you think that the software is what you need. As you can see, the interface is quite simple. Get the device information, which includes the ID, of course, and also the temporary password, and the remote session where you can enter another ID to connect to. Now, the software also has some interesting features. For example, you can see your devices, recent sessions, and create groups, which is pretty useful in my opinion. And we also have some settings, of course, some general settings, security settings, display, network, and more. These are not really settings that you should necessarily play with. You can just leave them as default and you can just work with the settings that you're going to have once you connect to another computer. Of course, to connect to another computer, we're going to have that certain computer set up with Avica Remote Desktop and then enter the ID here and connect to that computer. That's what I'm going to do here, and then I'm going to click on connect to the other computer, and let's see what other features we get and what we can do using the software. As you can see right now, we are connected. We can see this menu alongside with the device ID, and we can see here which settings are turned on, for example, sound, keyboard, clipboard, and voice sync. Now, as you saw, we were able to connect to the other computer without using any password because I've set up Avica Remote Desktop on both computers using the same account. So that's how easily you can connect to another account if you have the same account, of course, set up. But with a different account, you're going to need to enter that temporary password in order to connect to that computer. Now, as you can see at the top, we have a menu here with a lot of functions, and also we have tabs, and we can basically connect to multiple devices at the same time, which is pretty interesting. Now, in terms of quality, we can see here that we can select the quality that we want. We can also customize it, but as default is going to be set to HD. The resolution will be set to default, but we can change the resolution if we want. For example, we can set a small resolution so that when we are connecting to that certain device, that device will have a custom resolution, and I think that is also pretty useful. We also have colors, and we can select the best color experience from here. Also frame rate, if we want, we can have also 144 frames per second, which is pretty high in my opinion. And we also have digitizer and also gamepad. Monitors, if we have multiple monitors and we can select between them. Display, we can auto scale it, original ratio, or self-adaptive. Let's just click on auto scaling. As you can see, now the full screen is being seen on our computer. Now we also have some additional settings, for example, the chat, privacy mode, voice sync, record, mouse lock, file transfer, and shortcut. Of course, file transfer is a pretty easy thing to use. You just have the computer and the other computer. You can just drag and drop files from a location to the other, and it's gonna be really easily transferred. For example, let's go to downloads and let's just go to the desktop on the other computer and let's select a file, click on send, and we sent it really easily. We can delete it if we want, but you're gonna notice that we have that file sent over, and it's pretty easy to use the software in my opinion. Now, of course, you also have the full screen button and also the disconnect button alongside with the menu that you can expand here if you want. If you are connected to multiple displays, you also have this button which will basically show you the multi-screen preview, and you can change up the refresh frequency. For example, now it's set to 1 second, but if you have multiple devices connected, if you don't want to have any lag, you can just lower that down to 10 seconds or even 30 seconds. And you also have the button to collapse options, and this will basically collapse all your options from the Avica Remote Desktop software. In my opinion, the software is pretty good. As I've said, you can use the free 30 days trial to check out the software and see if it's good for you. Of course, you're going to be able to get Avica from their official website. I also think that their pro version is pretty affordable, as you can see on their pricing page, but they also have a lifetime free license. For example, even if the pro trial license expires, the users can still use many free features such as the file transfer, private mode, multi-monitor support, and unlimited connecting devices. I think that is pretty good. One thing that I have to disclaim at the end is that the software has cross-platform compatibility, but at the moment it just works from PC to PC, and the software of course will expand in the near future. As I've said at the beginning, don't forget to check out Avica Remote Desktop from their official website. You're going to have more info in the description, and you can check out their free trial for 30 days and see if the software is good for you or not. Those things being said, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave a like below and also subscribe to the TechBased channel with the notification bell activated so that you won't miss any future uploads like this one. I was Emmanuel from TechBased. Until next time, have a nice day.